He was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. I was like, wait, what? It's funny. I would be so cruel if I painted that picture of our lives, because it's not true. And I don't know how anyone could make that true. Go for the oven because it has been way too long since I cleaned it last. So joy and fulfillment of taking it off. I seem to work so much faster. Good morning, guys. It is a Monday morning and I have been feeling it this morning. I've been up since about 3:30. We have had meltdown after meltdown after meltdown this morning. Artie's trying to get, come on, best bud. And my like kind of neutral creamy white rug in the living room is covered in coffee. And I went into the cleaning cupboard to clean it all, and basically I've run out of everything. There was just a load of empty bottles. And I am going to do the two things that you should never do when you have ADHD, which is go shopping when you're emotional and go without a list. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to try really hard to just buy a couple of things that I know we need. It's funny. Okay guys, I think I did pretty good. I went in with no list and I was feeling quite emotional, and I think I pretty much stuck to what we need. I'm pretty proud of myself. So what did I get? I've heard so many good things about elbow grease. I don't know if it's any good, but I'm going to give it a go for the oven because it has been way too long since I cleaned it last, so it needs a deep clean. Then I got some mop refills. I managed to get some white cloths so that I can clean the rug without it getting disgusting. I got some, it says it's pet stain and odor remover, but I used to literally have this as a carpet cleaner. Actually, I've still got so I used to have this. This was in my cleaning cupboard, just empty. Why, I don't know. But this has been always really good. And I think this is the same thing. They've just renamed it pet cleaner. I don't know why. But this is what I'm going to use to try and get the coffee out of the rug. And then I've got this kind of like carpet fresh and clean. I don't know how, oh, fresh and care, sorry. So I think it's just generally gonna like remove some of the grime and stuff. And the rug did need a clean anyway, so I'm taking this opportunity to just gut it, because one of the things I find having ADHD is that I can't half do a job. So once I start it, it's like it has to be this massive thing where I don't stop until it's finished. Just shutting the door because his computer's so loud. And then the only other thing that I did get were these two, I think they're called like magazine files. I've been looking for these for ages and they've always been like £5–6 each, and I'm like, that is not worth it. But these were £3 each, so I got two because we had a massive breakthrough the other day, and I don't think I've shared it on here yet because I've not been vlogging as much from being ill. But Artie actually agreed. We saw this in a shop and he agreed to buy it. He was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. I was like, wait, what? Like, I always ask him these questions because it's good to know where he's at, like mentally with stuff. But for the last 6 months, he would have screamed in my face if I'd said it. And he was just like, yeah, I'll give it a go. I mean, just blew me away. So proud of him. But it means that maybe I can get out some of the kind of like more traditional resources for homeschooling that I've had stored away for years because no one uses them. So I figured I can be a bit organised and put some stuff in here. This is kind of a hot mess. And I swear I tidy it every couple of months and within a couple of days it's gone again. But I'm going to move the board games underneath the dining room bench so that this whole area can be more kind of easy to access for the boys, and kind of make it a bit more homeschooly, not just colouring and painting and stuff. So one of the things that I have to do if I'm going to get anything done on a day like this is write a list. And it sounds so simple, but most people, when they have a couple of things to do, they could probably just go and do it. But for me, once I start on one thing, I'll completely forget everything else. And my brain just becomes so overwhelmed with the idea of having more than one thing to do. But once it's on paper or on my phone, I can relax, and the joy and fulfillment of ticking it off, I seem to work so much faster. I don't know what it is. Now, I'm going to share with you guys, I absolutely have no like affiliation or profit to be made from this. The camera quality has been so bad. I'm really sorry, guys. I think where I've been sick, I've not really been paying attention to it. And it's really dark in here as well, so that's not helping either. And I've still got Artie's birthday decorations actually that I need to take down as well today. So that's another thing on the list. So let me, hang on, is this, no, that's, okay, that's a bit brighter. There we go. So this app, I can't even remember the name of it. Hang on a sec. Okay, I just checked. It's called Finch. And it's this little bird that you have to kind of look after by doing tasks in your life. And I first got this app probably about a year ago, and genuinely it got me out of the biggest rut when it came to being organised with routines in my life. And I just was thriving suddenly, and it was amazing. And it was all because of this silly little bird, but it just kept me focused on getting the basics done every single day, rather than being distracted by loads of things and then not achieving and then getting overwhelmed that I didn't achieve. And it was just amazing. It then had this weird glitch where basically all of my progress got lost, and so my little bird that had cute outfits and a sweet little house, it had all gone. And I kind of went, oh, I can't be bothered now. And so I just didn't do it, and I feel like I've ended up in a rut again. So I have re-downloaded it, and I'm going to be doing it again every single day. You can kind of, it's really good because it gives you hints of things that you could put on there, but you can also create your own. It's just a brilliant app, and I really would recommend it to anyone. I'm going to try and link it in the description. I don't know if I can because it's an app, not a website. I don't know. I'm not very tech savvy, but I will try and link it in the description because it just helps me adult, basically. Okay, so I'm going to write my to-do list, and then I am going to get cracking on the rug first because I know that coffee is drying up as we speak. While I was hoovering, I thought of one other thing about the Finch app, and you guys are really going to think that I'm being paid to say this, but I'm not, I promise. The app lets you link with other people. So when I was on it, me and Joe would communicate with each other. So we'd send each other gifts, we'd like send each other encouragements to keep going and like cheer each other on. We could visit each other's houses and kind of keep an eye on each other. It was really sweet. So that is another bonus about the Finch app. And I feel like if you had teenagers, you could probably kind of do that with them as well and help them with their to-do list, but it still be independent, because obviously as they're getting older, that's really important. So that's another reason why I love that app. Open the bottle. So guys, if you get the Finch app, let me know, because we could possibly connect on it and we can send each other stuff. That would be really cool, actually, to kind of have like a little community where we're all kind of cheering each other on. I think that would be so sweet to use that app. I'm sharing with you that I really struggle with stuff like this, just to kind of normalise it a little bit, because, you know, I've certainly been, you know, really harsh on myself in the past for not being like a super clean freak, you know, a kind of Mrs. Finch, Pinterest worthy mum. Not to mention the fact that my kids have meltdowns, so when they're struggling, they trash the place sometimes. Or, you know, I don't have time to clean because I'm dealing with that, and I'm making sure that they're emotionally stable and comfortable. So it is what it is. You know, houses don't need to be perfect all the time. I think I would be so cruel if I painted that picture of our lives, because it's not true, and I don't know how anyone could make that true. You know, I'm up at the crack of dawn and I don't stop really. You know, I'm not sat on my bottom all day, and yet I still find it really hard to keep a clean house, so you're not alone. Okay, so I've ticked something off my list by getting the decorations done, and now I need to dab off any residue with a damp light covered cloth. Rinse brush after use. Right, okay. Oh, it means the brush that I scrubbed with. Right, okay, so I've got a damp cloth. You can't see the rug. There we go. No, come on. Okay, right. Let's, oh, I can't really tell where I used it. I need to get so low. So now that I've done the like tricky areas with the coffee stain, now I'm going to do this one. It just says to do like a spray all over and then rinse with a damp cloth, so that's what I'm going to do. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, I'm not sure about this. Is it meant to be like this? This doesn't feel right. Okay, the rugs are done. After I've done a task, the kind of prepping down or finishing it off can be really tricky, because I've kind of ticked it off and so I move on. So generally what I try and do is do room by room. So if I'm doing the rugs in the lounge and then something needs to be cleaned in the kitchen, like the bowl, and put the stuff away, I'll leave it here ready for when I move on to the kitchen jobs, because I find that just helps me get it all done in a way that my brain can figure out. So don't be afraid to do things room by room, or if it works better for you to do task by task, that's fine. But certainly for me as an ADHD person, room by room, so that I can see what's in front of me, see what needs doing, and then I can move on to another room, see what needs doing, just is a lot easier for me. So I can tick that one and that one, yay! Okay, so before lunch I reckon we can do the homeschool space, and then after lunch we'll do the oven and laundry. So this is the before. I've got colouring sheets that have fallen on the floor, I've got some colouring pens which for some reason have gone to the side, I've got whatever that is, board games, pens, pencils kind of dumped, our colouring books, our homeschooling books, our plain paper, everything is just bundled in there, and then I've kind of got whatever the heck that is. So this is before, and I'm going to do some YouTube magic so that you can see what it looks like afterwards. Guys, it is looking much better. It's not perfect, but it's definitely more organised. So we've got the stuff that I don't want the boys to reach, like paints and things. Then we've got our homeschooling stuff. I've got like our maths things that I can just pull it out and do some maths with them. I've got my like glue and staplers and things like that. I've got whiteboards for visual aids and my resources, and then this one is going to have their resources. I decided to go with this with like my teaching journal, my curriculum planner, stuff like that, and then this will have that spelling book that I showed you and some other bits. Then we've got all of their pencils, pens, like writing pens and pencils, chalk, board pens and paintbrushes, and then their kind of pencil cases, colouring pages, writing paper, and then the bottom shelf has some puzzles and craft stuff that I'm not sold on, but for now that's going to do fine. So it's definitely more organised. I wouldn't say it's, you know, Pinterest worthy, but it's accessible, it's easy to do. The things that I think is really hard to balance when you have ADHD and you're trying to organise your home is that things need to be in front of you in order for you to remember that they exist. So open bookcases and things are really useful, but not always the tidiest. So I think I'm going to get some clear boxes for more of the stuff, because I kind of went with like just some random plastic grey ones that I found, but it's one, it doesn't really match the room, and also they're not see-through, even though they've got gaps. Like, it's not, I would prefer some like nice clear boxes that I can see everything, but it still looks really crisp and tidy. So that's that one done. Another thing I can tick off, and now me and Artie need some lunch. Did Mummy make a good ham and cheese croissant? Yay! Oh, Addie's off. Hello.
So today everybody, I'm wanting to show now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Today I'm gonna play some games.
Okay guys, I have just got the boys home, played with them for a little bit, and now I'm making dinner. And to be honest, I'm just not feeling cleaning the oven this evening. So the good thing about either having the Finch app or writing to-do lists is that you can always just pop it on to next days if you didn't get round to it this day. You know, sometimes other things take precedent. Both the boys really wanted to play with me this afternoon, and actually quality time with them just meant more to me. So that's what I did today, to do some cleaning and organising. I hope it helped you a little bit. Check out some of my other videos about my life with ADHD if it did. Or even if it didn't, maybe just check them out and see if those ones help. But I don't know. I'm currently burning the beans to go with our omelette, so I'm gonna leave the video there, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.